is a Deadfrog news break. A man who spent 7 years in a mental health facility has been released after an investigation, Maurice Blackman reports. Thank you. Saul Smith spent 7 years in Mentlewood Mental Hospital because officials were concerned by some of his claims, namely that Jesus was talking to him. For years, he told doctors that there are text messages from Jesus on his phone, proof of his claims. For the same amount of years, doctors ignored this ridiculous theory. However, after an investigation by the OIG and a new administration feuding with the old administration, Smith's claims were finally looked into and verified. Smith had been in contact with Jesus, or Jesus Martinez. Asked about the mix-up, Saul Smith says it's water under the bridge.
They gave me some wicked good drugs. I'm not even gonna complain, man. I'm good, man.
Asked about how this could happen, hospital staff declined to comment, but did offer us a handful of samples of their killer drugs Smith is currently taking. Never looking a gift horse in the mouth, we accepted the offer and are looking forward to riding the stratosphere. Oh yeah, we gonna get high shit. Maurice Blackman, DFR News. A trend amongst kids is raising serious alarm amongst parents. Ron Baylor has more. Thanks. Lawmakers and parents are baffled about how to confront a serious and growing problem amongst kids. Spinning or twirling, the act of staying in one place and rotating in circles, causing a feeling of lightness, nausea, and an ability to maintain balance. Roberta Zykowski, whose child is a recovering spinner, learned the hard way that spinning isn't all fun and games.
He used to spin all the time. I could always tell when he just spun. He couldn't walk straight. His eyes were all over the place. I'm supposed to be his protector. How am I supposed to feel as a mother when my son is putting himself in harm's way behind my back? One day, I saw him sprawled out on the floor. There was blood and vomit all over the place. I just knew he was spun up. He couldn't even keep his eyes on me. We both know we'll never forget that day. When he conked his head, and he hasn't spun in over a month now. There is a way out. Don't give up on your kids. We can't beat this.
Barry Barra, a state lawmaker, says this issue has to be addressed. Look, it starts with spinning and almost always leads to death by heroin overdose. We need to be tough while there's still a chance to save our kids. Studies show that spinners almost always move on to harder drugs. Once they get a taste of the thrill of a different world, they almost always want more. In fact, some 78% of all heroin deaths in Pedro County alone were by people who spun as kids. There is no doubt that we have to do something to stop this trend. We can't let kids keep spinning in circles like this. It sets a bad example. We're working on tough new laws to address this problem, and we're confident that we can stop this problem from becoming an epidemic before it's too late. For some, it's already too late.
He spun as a kid? I wish I would have known.
Cynthia Green lost her son, a spinner, who moved on to harder highs.
He was always spinning and grinning. I thought, well, it makes him happy. What's the harm? Then he started using heroin, and we lost him last fall. All parents out there need to understand this is no joke. This isn't a game. People are dying because we let them spin in circles as kids. We have to stop this.
There's no spin about this. This is a serious and growing problem. Ron Baylor, DFR News.
So that's the Deadfrog news break for the week. Catch us again next week for the latest news that nobody else is covering. Bottom of the hour, right here on Deadfrog Radio.